I'm host Zachary. I'm talking with famous people. I'm an INTP, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how FE manifests in reading others' emotions. Well, to put it simply, I'm very bad at it. I'm very bad at reading other people's emotions. I'm very bad at reading my own emotions. How can I even begin to read someone else's emotions if I can't even read my own? But basically, I'm not usually aware of how my actions and what I'm saying is affecting other people until it's too late. That's something that I continuously struggle with, and I probably will for a while until I'm able to become adept at recognizing others' emotions. As I get older, my FE is going to develop. It's going to develop. It's going to progress, and with any luck, then I will be able to successfully identify how someone else is feeling before it's too late. Before, well, it's not always bad. I guess when I read other people's emotions, I usually look for their facial expressions and the like. And in this regard, I can usually read someone's emotions on the surface level. So if someone is, I don't look very much in depth to see how someone is feeling. And in recognizing their emotions, usually when it's very evident, it causes me to back away. I'm not exactly sure why this is. Mostly because, I guess primarily because when I'm in a situation, when I'm in a position of stability, which to me is a position where I'm not readily dealing with anyone else's emotional issues, because I can handle my own emotional problems. And by handling that, I handle it completely subconsciously, so I don't have to deal with it. My fucking psyche does that shit for me. Uh, I mean, it does. My FI does come out every so often when something significant happens, but I've noticed that my FI only manifests when it's something to deal with another person. So as long as I minimize the amount of emotional weight I have with other people, then I'm in a nice state of stability. And I don't have to deal with that explosiveness. When it comes to recognizing others' emotions, there are so many times when someone will be telling me a story, perhaps a family member, or you know, of a friend, and they'll be telling their story to me very vividly, and I could tell that their experiences were very significant to them, and they will start to cry. They will tear up. My mother does it a lot. She will tear up when she's telling her stories, especially anything of a spiritual or a metaphysical nature, such as an experience she had with a prayer that she perceived as being answered, or something to do with perhaps how someone felt. She always gets very teary-eyed, and it makes me feel very awkward because I am so detached from those types of manifestations, and I'm always perplexed because I'm unsure how I should react to the situation. Um, Sometimes I feel embarrassed. Sometimes I feel slightly embarrassed because I both feel bad that I I both feel bad that I cannot connect to the same emotion they are feeling as they are conveying the story. But I both feel bad that I can't connect to the emotion, as well as I feel that the emotions are foreign to me. I can't imagine conveying a story or articulating something that happened to me and revealing that type of pure emotion through that means. I don't think I really share emotions with people that much. My emotions are more, they're kind of personal. They're personal to me. I'm not going to share them with anyone. My FE and my force law works as a tool to kind of navigate, and it's almost like a people pleasing type of thing. For example, around certain individuals who I enjoy being around, if I know that there are huge differences in religious or political views, I will completely avoid those topics. Now that's an example of FE manifesting because it's kind of keeping the harmony between the social interactions. It's just a way for me to have friendly relations with people and not get into the heavy stuff. Now, it doesn't mean I don't enjoy debating sometimes, or enjoy discussing these things, but, not everyone wants to. And some people I've learned either in the past, or I can just tell that if you get into a discussion regarding any of those and you have disagreements, there will be explosive results. Maybe not explosive, but there will be very tense results. Most people have very, very personally held values. They don't want those to be questioned, and I'm totally okay with that because I don't want to deal with their emotions with regard to those values being questioned. So that's kind of how FE manifests in that way. But in general, it's difficult for me to read emotions unless they're on the surface. If someone is telling me a story about an emotion or an experience they had and how they felt about it, and they start becoming very teary-eyed, you can tell there's an emotional charge to what they're saying. Then I recognize that they hold what they're saying, it's very close to them. And I can recognize that. Now, what I can't recognize is, for example, when my relationship with someone is decaying. I'm not always aware of how my actions are affecting others. Sometimes I feel it's better for me to act as a mirror in social interactions and not say anything at all. Because it's too difficult to navigate social interactions with an inferior FE and not say something that's going to cause some sort of tension or some sort of disagreement. And sometimes I feel it's better to just smile and nod and follow along and mirror the conversation as it's coming. That way it minimizes the amount of conflict and it minimizes the amount of emotional outbursts I have to deal with people. And I can keep that stability I have on my own.